What's going on, everyone? Rizzo and Jeff here. Wanted to do a little update as our Facebook's doing pretty well. We had a busy week there, Jeff.
Yeah, we had a lot of things going on, and I think it's that time of year where a lot of stuff's going to be happening. So, look.
The captains are out.
Somebody's got to get out there, right?
That's right. And I kind of wanted to go over, we're recording this also for the Rizzo and Jeff Underemployed podcast, which you can find on all podcast platforms, including the iHeartRadio podcast platform. So you can get double your dose of Rizzo and Jeff.
Oh, yeah, all of it there for you.
There's a lot going on, and I think maybe we wanted to just start out. Maybe.
The table. You just.
Am I doing the table? Is it a shaky McGee? All right, I will sit. Hold on.
Well, just sit back.
Oh, there we go. All right. I want us to be quiet for about 5 to 8 seconds, and I want to see if we can hear it. Can anyone hear what's going on? We'll just give it another couple seconds. It's not me, right? Like, is it over there?
Oh, I think it's right here. We have a new neighbor. We have a new neighbor who seems to enjoy EDM music.
Right. He's a real fucking DJ Diesel.
Right. He's got the Electric Daisy Carnival in Orlando.
Right.
Yeah.
He's an EDM princess.
Right.
And, so you hear it.
You do
okay, you do hear it. Okay, yes.
Now, if you know anything about me.
If you know anything about our history here.
I'm a neighbor complainer.
You are. You are a neighbor dick.
Now, look, it's not too bad right now. But the fear is that it's only Monday. We are,
At what, 7 o'clock?
7 and some change.
Yeah.
So, getting ready for Monday Night Raw. And, and this is what if you're getting this on a Monday, imagine what a Friday and Saturday is going to be like.
Here's the It's getting a little louder now.
Yeah.
I think yeah. So for those of you who have followed us for a long time, it's kind of what we wanted to start out with. We had a guitar guy who was upstairs.
Right.
Then we had, did they fight a lot? Was it the dog? What happened over there?
Well, right over there, by the way, we're the lucky ones. These two, let me tell you, actually are studio apartments.
Right, so yeah.
So,
these are studio apartments.
When you go out the door, there's two studio apartments on either side.
Correct.
And so that's what's going on there. So generally, who gets a studio apartment? Younger kid, you're getting out on your own for the first time.
Right.
All those types of things. So I believe that is probably, what's going on in there. We got a young
whippersnapper.
Young whippersnapper.
Would it be? Do you think if you crack the door, we would hear it more? Here. All right, Jeff's gonna crack the door. We're gonna see if we can hear it. Hold on. I'll just have Jeff get over there. Then we're gonna talk about wrestling. Yeah, I feel like it's in the room directly behind us. Yeah, listen, we retaliate in different ways. The way that we retaliate is Jeff. Jeff complains. He sends complaint letters. You're kind of a real pain in the ass.
Listen,
you got the dog guy evicted. We got guitar guy.
Well, first off, first things first. From what I found out, I don't think that they were supposed to have the dog anyway.
Oh, okay.
So you have to pay extra for the dog.
You do.
And obviously, they thought they could sneak through. You bring the dog in, and then you get a puppy, and then you leave it all day long in a studio apartment. Yeah. So you don't blame the dog, but I don't know what happened to the dog. So.
Yeah. Now we've had a very interesting week, and somebody just wrote an article about us. Listen, we are really out there kicking ass for you guys. We started our week at the Lilac. And as defending forever champions of the Garden Battles, we wanted to make sure that wasn't there.
So they are done.
They are done.
Oh, right.
Then
couldn't find them, and that's
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe they hid them from us. Oh. And remember, for those of you just tuning in, make sure you're liking and sharing. I know a lot of people watch this afterwards. Jeff, we also, and I wanted to talk about this. We went to the PGA. Big story about the PGA was at this Club Pro. I don't know how. I mean, a lot of you might know golf. Some of you might not. But they always have, it's sort of like the low amateur at the Masters. They always have like a club pro that qualifies play in one of these tournaments. And this dude, I mean, he got a hole-in-one on 15, Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a story. I mean, he was bigger than Brooks Koepka, who ended up winning the whole damn thing. We were there. It was nuts.
Yeah, and I think the biggest story, which I think was really missed from the entire PGA Tour, and nobody on the radio jumped on it. The fact that there was a blimp the whole time.
Yeah.
And nobody talks to the blimp guy.
The way that I think about it, and maybe that's what makes the Rizzo and Jeff so special, is what you don't know is Jeff and I think blimp. And then what Jeff does is Jeff stalks.
Right.
Jeff would go to Facebook, LinkedIn, look for anyone who worked at Goodyear, and then stalk their wives or husbands, and then get a hold of whoever the Goodyear blimp guy was. Not only would we have had the blimp guy on the program, we would have been in the blimp.
Yeah, you would have been in the blimp, and I would have videoed you taking off in the blimp. But
you wouldn't have gone up in the blimp?
No, and I would have got other people that kind of work the grounds, people that work there, have them on, get any secrets.
But where does the blimp take off at, though?
The airport.
They park the blimp at the airport?
Yeah.
Doesn't the blimp have to be blown up?
Yeah.
Like, what's in a blimp? Actually, not.
Or no, it used to be.
Well,
now.
Well, because the Led Zeppelin, that was all
it went bad.
It went bad. It blew up, right?
Right. So, yeah, it's at the air. I saw it. It's at the airport. The Goodyear blimp. They landed at the airport.
So then, my question is, it's not an aircraft. It's like a dirigible. So when it flies in, do they have to deflate? So do they have to deflate and then inflate, or does it stay inflated?
I think they tie it down, and I think it stays inflated.
The whole, like the whole tour, or just forever?
Eventually, it has to come down. I would assume, but I think probably the goal is, depending on when you put it out there, to not deflate and inflate a million times. I guess that'd be wear and tear. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not familiar with the deflation or inflation of certain products. I will say, though, I have been to many majors, and Jeff, that was your first. What was your impression? I mean, obviously, it was really cool. We run into so many listeners everywhere we go.
I think it's a lot to. You just got to, your first time going to one of those, you got to just take everything in. So a lot of it was that for me, just looking around,
drinking it in,
the masses of people and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, for sure.
I will say that I have been to the Masters. I've been to Oakmont. I've been to Oak Hill. I've been to Pebble Beach. I've been to all these places. And I have to tell you, that was the second nicest course I have ever seen.
They did a good job with it.
They did.
And in 1 week, we went through all different kinds of weather, from frost to cold to whatever, a little bit of rain.
Like freezing Friday morning, right?
Yeah, that's what the groundskeeper was saying. There was a lot going on just with the weather. We had to, it was a lot of work.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, the fact that it's the end of May and we still have frost is crazy. I will say this, though. I couldn't, and every time I saw it, and everyone that came up to this, you had the blimp. And I feel like, and again, this isn't just this is like a whole town TV, and I'm going to call out Don Alhart, and I don't do this usually. I'm going to call out.
Don care about?
I'm going to tell you.
There's other folks on the air that need to be worried about the blimp.
His dick's big enough that he could make one call and get the Goodyear guy on the news.
I get it. He's not a blimp guy, though. He doesn't make calls anymore to anybody.
Hetzko doesn't try.
Now, here's the deal.
What about Wendy, our friend at Spectrum?
Here's the Hetzko. I don't want him in a blimp. He's got the heart there. So, I don't know what happens there. We want to keep him grounded. I'm sure there's other folks that are just not on the top of my head at the moment. There's the big weather guy. I would think a weather guy.
Okay, fair enough. But again, nobody seemed to want to put in the extra effort to talk blimp. First off, my first thing is, if you're a blimp driver, I know this is going to sound crazy.
Is that what you could? No, they're pilots.
Are they pilots?
Yeah.
I don't. No, you're riding a blimp. It's like riding you know what I mean? It's like riding a thing. It's like riding
No, I think you pilot the blimp. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you pilot.
You're in the air.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like a balloon, though, bro. It's a balloon, though. Maybe you're not a commercial air pilot. I don't think.
I would assume that you would have to have some kind of a certification to blimp.
To blimp it?
I would think so. For sure.
Maybe an admiral or a captain.
No, I'm telling you, our blimp
pilot. Hold on, we're gonna find this out. There's our blimps pilots. Let's see, blimp crew. Goodyear behind the scenes. So we got the Goodyear blimp crew coming up here.
They're just showing the crew.
All right, so we got the crew chief. All right,
there they are.
All right,
look,
here they are.
The second one.
Okay.
Go back up.
Wait,
Pilots.
Okay, so we're trying to figure out who.
Professional pilots.
So they have the PIC, the PIC. That's the pilot in charge. He's responsible for all aspects of the airship's operation. They ultimately are responsible for safe and efficient operation of the airship, and with the AIOP, the assistant pilot in charge, supervises and directs the training and development of other pilots. So I guess there's a head pilot,
right?
That pilots, but I guess you have to inflate the balloon. So what's the pilot doing?
Well, it's like putting gas into something, like into an airplane. Like you have to be able to fly it, and you're up there. There's wind, there's weather. You have to know all that kind of stuff, man.
Well, the pilot in charge must hold a commercial LTA rating, that's lighter than air rating, and an instrument rating. Knowing how to inflate said dirigible, they must complete a comprehensive Goodyear lighter than air flight training program,
right,
working with the mechanics, the ground services, the transportation, the technicians, and the PR people.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot more than I thought.
See, but somebody could have explained this all to us. These are the questions we would have had.
Think about this.
We could have got a hold of somebody at Goodyear that knows all about the blimp and had them on to talk blimp with us.
Well, you know what? Since nobody did this for you, I'll give you a couple quick things. Jeff, we're going to start off with the nose cone. We're talking blimps.
Right.
The nose cone, one of the few external rigid points on the blimp, it holds the battens. Those are the things that attach to the nose lines and the mooring spindle, which keeps you aflutter.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay. Material, they have a lot of polyurethane and polyester fabric, of which there are 2 bathrooms on the Goodyear blimp.
That Mikey Champion asked that? Yes.
David Robinson.
There is. Thank you,
so it's located in the forward aft of the envelope. Okay, that's where they are. So I wonder if you could have sex in this blimp.
You could probably bang in the blimp.
But if you're lighter than air, doesn't it fly at a point where you get, like, lightheaded? Like, wouldn't you think you'd get lightheaded?
Well, I think that's why you stay under a certain, you don't go super high. The blimp's not,
Well, listen, we're just thinking about where you shit, so you can shit it. But see, here's the thing. The bathroom I'm looking at is near the helium valve and air scoops. Now, what I'm looking at here is that it doesn't look like, you know how planes dump the poop?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you have to have a tank, like a poop tank. Because, the Goodyear blimp was all over Rochester. Everyone that lives here saw it.
That's everybody was talking about it. So yeah, I'm assuming.
Are they dumping poop in Penfield?
No, I think it's like a trailer. So when you land it, they let it out.
So you think they suck it out?
Right.
They also have a safety valve, okay, for those of you who are worried about maybe, like Jeff said, a Led Zeppelin-like incident.
Yeah.
That has to be operated by
the Hindenburg.
Hindenburg.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one didn't end well.
It's got to be operated by the assistant pilot in charge. Okay. Manually, open automatic preset pressures keeps the helium from exceeding the maximum pressures, thus keeping safety and the blimp safe from any and all damaging winds and gusts.
Yeah, I just got to think that, and obviously it works, if there's certain conditions, I would assume that probably the blimp doesn't go up. Like if the weather's good for the blimp, then the blimp it goes.
Well, I asked Jeff if it ever, lands or deflates. The blimp that was here in Rochester was called the Spirit of Goodyear. It holds the world record for the longest continually operated airship, meaning it didn't land except to get refueled, re-helium, from May of 2000 to June of 2014.
Wow.
Okay, and there's a lot of history between this blimp.
Oh, it's everywhere.
This is just, find the blimp. Let's see where the blimp's going. If we start, and you know what, this is a good question. Why did Highdale not get a ride on the blimp? We could have made it happen, but you know what? Nobody reached out. So,
I guess they did the show, hung out for a few, and then bounced,
Right now, the Goodyear blimp obviously left the Rochester area, Jeff. It's right now over Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
We have a Goodyear blimp in Florida. We got the Goodyear in Miami.
South Beach
Blimping, and then we got
LA.
in LA.
Uh-huh.
So listen, we had Rochester, we had Miami, and we had Los Angeles. So there's 3 always operating Goodyear blimps. And let's see if there's any out there in the world.
Yeah.
Nothing in Brazil.
No.
Let's see if we got a blimp in Europe. What do you think?
Just about guarantee you they stay stateside.
States. I was going to say none in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Listen, there's a lot of blimp scheduling here. Again, if you just want to go to GoodyearBlimp.com, you could learn a lot. Blimp history. Oh, we have a gondola blimp. Oh, the gondola blimp is the one with the stuff that goes along the sides, like you see at football games. All right. Oh, here we got a little bit of view. So let's look inside the view here. The gondola is capable of holding a pilot and 6 passengers, offers spectacular aerial views as it flies at 5,000 feet.
Because you just like basically look out the window.
You do.
Yeah.
And you have a 360-degree view. Okay. The weather radar dome, there's always a weather radar betwixt two said blimp.
Okay. But anything can happen. I mean, there's unexpected turbulence at any time, I would assume, right?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I got some movement and steering facts. We're talking about the Goodyear blimp that was here in Rochester, Jeff. They have a GZ-20 cooled 6-cylinder AV gas-fueled airplane engines that propel the blimp to top speeds of 50 miles an hour. The rudder helps control in case of unnecessary winds, but when it gets really windy, you use your boost tabs and your elevator specifically made for the blimp. And finally, Jeff, the pilot in charge operates the prop pitch, prop reverse, throttles, rudder, pedals, elevator wheel, and other instruments.
Somebody said the blimp gets shot at all the time.
Shot at, like with a gun? Blimps get shot at all the time? That can't be right, David.
Do they?
Did the blimps get shot out of the air? I don't know. For those of you just tuning in, Rizzo and Jeff, we're talking about a lot of things, but we were at the PGA Tour, and we noticed that everyone kept talking about this Goodyear blimp. Let's do shoot at a blimp. Shoot at, and I hope I don't get arrested for this, shoot at blimp. Let's see what happens when you shoot at a blimp. Is it possible to shoot down a blimp using a rifle? Okay, first off, the first line is shooting down a blimp would be considered domestic terrorism. I'm looking it up, David. Chill.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. They flew high heavily.
I would assume that it's if it's out over like a rural area and somebody's just hiding in the woods, and then they just take a shot at it. Well, I bet it happens.
If you shoot at it, and again, you'd have to shoot it 5,000 feet up in the air, you can punch holes in what's called the gas bag or the envelope. Now, you'd need a lot of holes to pull it down. A blimp, especially the Goodyear, can withstand up to 60 artillery shells before it is taken down.
Holy crap.
Now, you go out there and get silly. You have a few too many out there in Pittsburgh, and you go shoot at the Goodyear blimp, the friggin' FBI will be at
That's
your
what they
door.
do in Pittsburgh? They shoot at blimps in Pittsburgh? I don't think so.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Jeff. We mingled with the Pittsburgh crowd.
We did.
And they were big Rizzo and Jeff fans. I actually was really, really humbled and honored.
Yep.
And it's definitely a sturdy blimp. Yep. Speaking of sturdy blimps, I just thought that it was negligent on Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse radio, and television to not even think about friggin' blimping it.
Yeah, look, I think we talked about this, the other day? It was yesterday, I think I said it to you, and how it was a total miss on the part of a lot of people. But, look, I guess our minds are in other places, and that's why we're sitting here.
Well, that's why we're in our room.
I didn't want to talk about the grass, the green.
I mean, it was a feel-good story with the club pro, but you're right. I mean,
there's important things that not everybody's going to go to a golf game.
Well, and think about it. What's more relatable? $1,500 golf tickets that a lot of people went, but it's business, it's wealthy people. Most people, everyone in Rochester, Jeff, saw the blimp. Right? Nothing in Q's, Kim says. No. Listen, it wasn't anywhere. The only people who would have brought you hardcore
blimp talk
are these two underemployed bodgigaloos. So that was fun. The PJ was great. Good story. We talked about the Lilac. Then, Jeff, before I get into my day from hell, because I guess I'm a shopper of lotions now, we did a little wrestling.
We did. Our boys at Upstate Pro Wrestling, and we showed up. Yeah. And look, it's always a gracious idea to think that when you watch it on TV and you see it in person, you kind of step in the ring and actually wrestle, and then when you watch them do it, you in person and you hear it and you see it, you say, that hurts, and I have no training, so we'd love to help out Mikey Champion, and we did the best that we could.
For sure.
But being slammed or power bombed or anything like that. I don't think that was going to be a good idea. Not the first time out.
It's just we've been so busy, and it was cool because, you know, the video is actually on this Facebook, but, you know, it's just been so crazy this week, and we've been out and about, and we met so many people. As a matter of fact, we've met listeners at every place, but we've had so many people that have come up to us, and you know, they are yearning for talks about Blimps. They are yearning. You know, they yearn. They keep yearning.
You know what's so funny? It's like the combos. It's at first I wasn't sure, but now, man, do I miss you guys, right? So there's a lot of that we're getting. At first, but now, you know what? You would enjoy a little blimp chat.
It was on. I mean, it was on one of the videos. They were like, you know, it just like one day it just clicked. Like, and there was a guy who came up and said, "Hi, Dale." Mm-hmm. Hi, Dale. This is a lawyer, doctor, totally. I mean, he had like, you know, these like $1,400 loafers on, like this guy, and he's talking about Hi friggin' Dale. Right. And speaking of Hi Dale, I got to tell you, I don't know what Hi Dale's doing. You know, I sent him a shirtless pic. I got nothing back.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I sent him a little buff, you know, because I was like, we're wrestling. I want you to see my muscles. I want to be buff for you. And I didn't get anything back from him.
I don't think he ever gave me his phone number to begin with, but he's busy. He's got the parks gig.
I know he
stuff.
does.
He's got kids. He doesn't have time to humor you.
Well, here's the thing. Humoring me is a full-time job.
Well, he did it while you worked there.
He tried.
All right. Well, now that you don't work there, he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to humor me.
Yeah.
I do want to kind of also, Jeff met the wrestlers face to face, and when I'm out, not till the hip is good.
That's basically what happened.
That is exactly. Yes. There was this one guy. Yeah. He came to rescue us. Thank God. Yeah. He's like 7 foot tall, like 400 pounds. I don't even know who he was. But he was nuts.
Yep. That's all it took. Meeting him backstage, and it was over.
I do have some things that I wanted to share. You ever been to Bath and Body Works?
They have a men's section, and I get their creams all the time.
It's interesting you say that.
Yeah.
Because they have the buy 3, get 3 creams.
I know.
And I've never been to Bath and Body Works. As a matter of fact, I got annoyed because Baby Hands wanted to go, and she wanted to get all kinds of stuff. She wanted to get
it adds up quick.
I was stunned because the candles were like $30 a piece. And like these, like these things, like it's like $25. So there was this lady who was like, "Oh my God, oh hey Rizzo, I have a coupon, 20% off." Then it was buy 3 get free. Then candles were 50% off. So the bill total would have been like $280. It was $83.
Still too rich for my blood.
Well, I listened. I said to her, listen, I'm a big radio star, but now that I got her, now I'm saying, look, I'm poor, so you gotta pay for it.
See, guys don't know that one of the big secrets to get, and I have three that are in there, okay, that are like that. And
we'll talk about these in a minute.
Yeah, but secretly, they're like a buttercream type of lotion,
and
they smell good.
They do,
and they work good on you.
Well. Let me ask you, Jeff. I want to get your opinion. So the first thing I got was beard oil, but I was told that I could put this on my dome as well. Okay. This was not the one in the mall. This is the one in H-Town across from the mall. So I wanted to try to just take what they told me to do was do 3 drops. 1, 2,
That's about 6,
3. Okay. And they said rub it in. All right. And they said very soon your head will be shiny. And it will.
Are you looking to be a chrome dome?
I don't know. I was going to ask you that because I've been doing it real close. How do you feel? What do you think? Do you think? I mean, what am I now? I'm a Mr. Clean. I got rid of the hair.
Maybe,
it's over.
Well, maybe what it does, I think it makes the skin soft. It looks better. So after you shave, sometimes if you don't put anything on it, it can dry out, and then
especially with the straight razor and all that. So that was the first purchase. And again, these were all free because she wanted to get some kind of lotion. So we got beard oil. Okay. Second, Jeff, have you ever heard of the Gingham Legend? This is a new Bath and Body Works product.
Is it Body Spray?
Yeah. Wait. Thoughts?
It's nice.
Nice, right?
Yeah, clean, like a Friday night out kind of.
Right, where I don't have to use my $350 Yves Saint Laurent cologne. This is like, look, I'm already getting laid, so do I have to try as hard to get laid? So now I can use $20.
Now you can go to body sprays.
I can go to body. So I was thinking about going to Axe, but I figured she still deserves a little bit better than Axe. Right. And finally, I got the. Have you ever had the mahogany teak wood buttercream body?
Let me tell you, I got in there and I was looking. I didn't get that one. I had seen that one.
Okay.
I smelled it, and then, then you're there, and then I start to get frustrated, and then I choke, and then I'm like, I don't know. Do they all smell the same, don't they? I can't figure it out. So I didn't pick that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to open. I'm going to let you smell it, but I will say I was getting frustrated because
it's just, you just can't, because we're not good at that stuff.
Right.
So you can't, and then you ask, well, what do you think? Well, I don't know. What do you think? Well, no, what do you think? Come on. You're going to wear it. Do you like it? Yeah. I like this one, but then you're not sure if you like that one. And then she likes it, but you just go with that one.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. She was like, oh, I just want to look at a candle. Total lie, total bunch of bullshit, and I'll never believe that again. If I want to go look at a candle... You said you wanted to go look at some scents and candles.
You said one candle.
She wanted me to smell some things. It turned into an hour. And we were smelling body this and body that.
Yeah, well, the guy stuff, totally underrated.
Well, here's the thing. The guy stuff is underrated, but I will say this. I want you to smell this. This is a Ultimate Hydration Body Cream with shea butter, and my face needs it. So let Papa do this. I'm going to face up here. Oh, a little lotion. I was told to just do a little dabble do. Yeah. All right, and then you give that a smell. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah,
you'll feel it. I wear these.
Do you? And again,
good. And you'll feel like you're glowing a little bit. You can already see it. Look,
can you see the glow?
You look like a little refreshed.
Do I look refreshed? I mean, I feel refreshed. They got a little bit of caffeine in there. Yeah. I mean, and the dome. I think it looks good. Now, I was told not to get their bath wash. Mm-hmm. Have you gotten that? How do you feel? Because again, I feel like if you go to this store and you come out with body spray, beard oil, and lotion, isn't the whole point to get soaps and such?
Not necessarily. Not if you're a guy. No.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the secret is the creams. And you got to get them when they run those sales. What is it, like buy 3 get 3 type of thing?
Hey babe, can you bring out the receipt? I want to show the length of the receipt. Because can you bring out the receipt? I'll tell the truth. So what happened was, Jeff, I want you to see the size of this, and I want to see if I can even get the camera to pan out.
It's like a CVS receipt.
Jeff, look at this.
It's a CVS receipt.
CVS receipt. We got, but do you see how it looks? So it's like...
It all comes off.
It's like, so it says your total savings was, hold on, $102.79. Yeah. And all you paid was $83. But all this stuff, guys, for $80. So I feel like that's still, but that's a lot of money. I mean, she paid for it. I don't really care, but I mean, don't you feel like this is like a lot of money though? Like for
no,
all the shit.
Well, it's not a lot of money when they're having the deals. So when they're having the deals, you have to get them when they have them because they do it. They do like a semi-annual thing. They do it around Christmas sometimes. So when they're having the deals, you gotta jump on stuff.
So they had
semi-annual thing is June 3rd.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, and they had to say that right after friggin' payday and rent. What they said was we had a 20% off initial. Then they had a buy 3 get free. Then they had a loyalty coupon. So do you know the wallflowers, that thing that you plug in? It's sort of like a Glade plug-in or whatever. So they were only $3.
Oh, that's a good deal. That's cheaper than a Glade plug-in.
Right, it is. Yeah. And so she got her crap and spritz, and I got these things totally for free. So this is like $20, right? $17.95. This is $23.95. And I mean, so this was like $60 worth of stuff for free.
You got to score the coupons, and you just got to do it that way. That's how you do it at Bath and Body Works.
But do you go there for this? I mean, I thought this was a woman's bath bomb store, and apparently it's like that's not even what it is.
I have sisters and whatever, so I'll go there, and if there's something for Christmas, something they like, yes, then I'll go get it. But if you see something else in there that you like, and after you buy something, they give you a coupon for the next time or whatever it may be. So,
but see, okay, so I went in there and like it was this big deal that those candles. like apparently they were $14, but they're usually like 30.
Are they the Yankee candles or
The
their
what?
candles?
I don't know. Are they their own candles or Yankees?
No, it's the Bath and Body Works 3-wick candles, which are better than Yankee candle.
Well, they're more expensive too.
But they're like $30 during the sale.
Which ended yesterday. Sorry, I was at a wrestling event. Scott, I haven't heard the but
They were $14.
So I screwed up, I guess, because we got one candle. It was
Go on Amazon. You find anything.
But see, I'll be honest with you, and I said the same thing, but and not only her, a lot of women in the store swear that like that's like the highest quality stuff. Caroline buys the plug-in fragrances, so does Eve. Listen, I just think.
Yeah. Well, look, you got to hit the deals, and then you go. You go a couple times a year. You smash the deals. That's all you need.
The Christmas one that you said is like the candle.
Yep.
But who's listen? And you know, she even said, and the woman in the store, she said they line up, Jeff,
Outside
at
before it opens.
5 in the friggin' morning.
Before it opens. Yeah.
Before it even opens,
and then,
for some
and then
dumbass candles.
Right, and then they have the line where they have a security guard at the door, and it like only so they're not over capacity.
Well, that's
so,
it, and they have like a clicker counter and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have these people that hover over you. So like when you're trying to do stuff, and they have these tester samples, and God forbid you don't use a tester sample. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was a little proud. I don't know, maybe. And I also, I wanted to ask, you probably are for this. You ever been to Plato's Closet?
Yeah, yes, actually. I used to endorse Plato's Closet back in the day.
As really? On the radio?
I did. We had one of our big concerts, and they were one of the sponsors for it, and we wore Plato's Closet clothes. So we had to go, and we would pick the clothes, and that's what we wore to the concerts. Yeah.
Well, I always looked at it as a place where you wear hand-me-downs, and I didn't like it.
And let me tell you the only bad thing about Plato's Closet.
Tell me.
Try to go in there and sell your clothes. It's BS. It's the hardest thing.
Really?
They don't just take.
Really?
I went in with a bag. We were leaving wherever.
Okay, Michigan. Oh, Detroit.
And I rolled in. I'm like, I got all this name brand stuff. This is great. I'm talking Banana Republic.
Yeah.
You name it, I had it. I rolled in there. They wanted none of it.
None of it?
None of it.
Now, see, I was going to ask you. I have, if we don't get back on the employed choo-choo soon, I have some Yeezys that I could sell. Do you think they'd give me like dirt money for them?
Yeah.
Really?
You're better off selling them online.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I saw.
They'll make up an excuse. They'll say,
Well, I mean,
Kanye's done. Nobody wants to buy these.
Oh, that's right. We did see a Mother Hucker shirt.
We did. There was a Mother Hucker shirt.
That was pretty special. A little upset that it wasn't a Rizzo and Jeff shirt, but I understand. Was that at Plato's Closet? Did he buy that at Plato's Closet? That's designer name brand.
He found it online or something. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to go, and I have a theme this summer. I wanted to run this by you. That's the reason I brought up Plato's Closet. I'm thinking wilted roses. It means wilted roses.
What's that have to do with it?
Oh, all right. I got it over here. My summer theme. You know how like everyone's got a theme, like that they're wearing stuff, right? I wanted to give you my theme. It's wilted summer roses, and I thought, hold on, let me get my wilted rose here.
You need to stay in the house.
Wait, no.
You gotta stop just trying to find stuff to do. Because then it turns into wilted rose.
Well, no. I think wilted roses. I have a theme this summer though, and I'm gonna be when I go out, I'm gonna be looking real sexy. I think this is the first wilted rose. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I am gonna be doing the wilted rose, and this was only $4. Right?
Well, that one's not wilted, so.
Well, no, I mean
it looks like it's in pretty good shape actually.
Well, do you see how it's like the death is touching the roses? Right.
But it looks like the rose is thriving, like it's trying to kill it, and it's not.
But it's beginning to wilt.
I don't think so. I think it's actually growing stronger than it's ever
No,
been.
it's really not. The theme is wilted roses, and then there's one. I got one more rose thing I wanted to run by you. I don't know how you feel about this, but I figured that you might. Where are you? Oh, here we go. All right, I got these pants. Kill me, but I have to wash them anyway. It doesn't matter. Now, is this too much? What do you think? If I wore this with like the wilted rose, so if I go here and then I go wilted rose, because I'm thinking everything I have has a rose.
Well, it depends on where you're going in those. You know?
Well, I think maybe like if we
you're
go up to
heading out somewhere or like a show.
Well, I was thinking about maybe
busy.
like a few appearances or something.
Right. It's busy, right?
Right. That's all. I specifically brought one thing that I wanted your opinion on.
What's the goal? You're trying to look like a radio personality? Is that the whole thing? You feel like you have to have a look?
I'm trying to be like the cool guy on the. Okay, here's the skull with the. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
You like that one?
There's a lot happening, man.
Yeah. Right. Well, no, it's
you though.
It's me, right?
The rose thing, I think you.
No, the wilt. No.
Kind of bombed on
No, I didn't bomb. No, you'll see the one. You'll get it. You'll say, "Wow, man, you look really hot." Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you. I got some pants. Come on. Where's? Oh, here it is. The wilted roses. The wilted roses. Thoughts?
Yeah, well, they're not wilted.
This isn't wilted to you?
No.
What do you? Doesn't death mean wilt?
No, I guess it's up to the eye of the beholder. But I look at them, I see some fruitful roses on them.
So then what do this? So this doesn't come across. And yes, I didn't share that I bought those shorts because I knew that baby hands wouldn't like them. But you don't think this is a sweet summer wardrobe? I got that with the wilted roses. I got a Banana Republic.
You keep rolling with the wilted roses, and they look like they've been watered pretty well.
No, do you not know the definition of wilt?
I understand. Yes.
The definition of wilt is death.
Just because you put a skull next to something doesn't mean that it's dead.
See, I did. Okay, well, I really thought the different reactions.
I'm looking for roses that are like they look like they're wilting and dying. These don't look like they're wilting and dying.
Do you think this? Do you like this color?
Yeah, you like pink.
That's a flaccid rose. See, flaccid roses. Yeah. See, I gotta be honest with you. I thought these are pretty stylish. I thought it's fine. I just wanted to share something.
I just think that you had something in your head.
I did,
and it wasn't right. So the roses look pretty alive. They just came from the flower shop. So,
but when I said the theme is beauty and death.
Okay,
that's
different.
But that's what I'm saying. Wilt. If it wilts, it's dead.
But it's not wilted.
What is your definition? Maybe I'm using the word wilted wrong. What does wilted mean to you?
That hasn't been watered and it looks like that the petals are hanging down and it doesn't look like it's alive and well. Looks like it's on its way.
To lose tuger or strength from lack of water, the plant wilts in heat to become limp.
Right.
Okay, so when I think wilt, I think and my summer theme is going to be ripped jeans, beauty, and death. Mm. So I thought I could get a little beauty, a little death, a little style.
This feels like death. This conversation.
Well, you don't think it looked good? Well, you don't think I looked good?
This combo feels like death.
Okay, look, I just wanted your opinion. I thought that you'd be a little more supportive, that's all. And there was one more thing I wanted to talk about before we get...
Sorry, I didn't uplift your Plato's Closet conversation.
Well, I just thought that you would be a pal and say that, you would agree with my summer choices. Let's see, I saved this one? Oh, that's right. Okay. There was a PGA Tour that was here, and you told me today that I could go and get 50% off.
Yeah. Till 4 o'clock.
There was nothing, and that was probably my mistake. I went. And
at what, 3:55? And there was nothing left on the shelf.
There was nothing left, and I walked. Did you? I mean, we got a gift for a friend. Did you get anything for yourself from the PGA Championship?
No, I'm not a golfer. It's not that important to me. To you having this memorabilia.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's important to you, like a wilted rose, bringing it back to life.
Listen, I tried. I'm trying everything. This is what happens when I get bored. All right, I come up with summer wardrobe concoctions. I don't know.
I watch TV.
What have you been watching? What's funny? It's interesting you say that because we were sitting there and I heard applause in your room at like 9:45 about the applause in your room. Was there something that was applauding, because I was awoken to applause, and I thought it was me walking into a room.
There could have been something on there, but I was really getting into a little on the case with Paula Zahn today.
Were you?
Yeah.
Is that the one where it's like murder mystery?
Yes,
Okay.
Lots of some good murder mystery stuff that was happening today.
Did you ever hear of the girl? I'm so glad you said that. Did you ever hear of the girl who I was 17 and her boyfriend was 18 and he killed himself? But she texted him, like, you should kill yourself and then take it back.
Yes.
Do you know who that is? You've heard of that?
Yeah, I absolutely heard that story. Yeah. The young girl, they brought her in the court for it, and, so they were trying to say, just because, she said you should kill yourself, that, he turned around and do it.
Okay.
But she only got didn't she only get a year in jail, and it was like a suspended sentence?
That's right. Her name's Michelle Carter. That's right. So she got 2.5 years plus 15 months. However,
there was like a suspended sentence.
They suspended it as she goes through, her appeals. Her appeals were all
exhausted. She was convicted. I do remember that, but she didn't get a lot. I mean,
she only was
correct me if I'm wrong.
15 months, Jeff. She got out in right around the pandemic and shit. So this girl, I had never heard of this. So I'm watching, a documentary and it says something suggested, and I'm watching this and I am flabbergasted.
Well, let me tell you something, folks. You should have saw some of the texts that we got that came into the show. If we did half the stuff that some people texted the show when we first got here, drive off a bridge,
kill yourselves, pee smoochers, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But so this is something that's been known.
Yeah.
That whole thing about to kill yourself with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I had no idea.
Yeah. That one was, that wasn't just like I think it was like an on the case thing, but they even ran that on a lot of different.
Well, that's what I mean. I saw the documentary on HBO, and it was after I watched this thing about Aunt Diane, that's a thing on the Taconic State Parkway. She killed like 8 kids because she was drunk and all this kind of, it was crazy. So it suggested this, and I'm looking at this. I've never heard of this story, never seen this story, and I'm flipping out. And then we start arguing, me and Baby Hands, because she's like, oh, this is Michelle Carter. She made him do it. If you know anything about that, if you're talking about straight law, that girl didn't make him do anything. Like I know she may have egged him on, but for 2 years he's like, I'm gonna kill myself. So I don't think she should have been held liable. Am I crazy? I don't know what you. I don't know.
The problem is there's evidence out there, right? So people can see the text messages and stuff, and I think it's not that they put her away for 50 years, okay?
But
somebody had to,
But here's the thing: she was a known liar. She would lie to get friends, right? She didn't mention or admit that she told him to get back in the truck. She sent a text message to a girl like 2 months later for attention. So they convict her on manslaughter for something that she probably even lied about. Like, she was just such a piece of shit anyway.
Well, I think that she was emotionally, I think she took advantage of him a little bit, tugging the heartstrings and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But the problem is, dude, if they find enough to get you, all you need is just a couple of jurors to agree with it, So.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I'm surprised. I figured you would know about it. But so Paul, let's see. Yes, I thought you guys sucked at first, but I hung around here and I'm huge. So let me ask you, Ray, why did you think we sucked? What was it? Because I get a different answer. We spoke with this woman yesterday whose daughter was at the wrestling thing, and she was like, I just didn't understand.
Well, I think with her, Donna was her name, and I think with Donna, I think that us giving us time, which is what people always like to do.
I believe.
But as you saw over time, that we were out and about and everywhere and doing things. It's not. Yeah, and it's not that we did it because we felt like we had to. We did it because we wanted to do it, and
we have no job, and we were out more than anyone. But
yeah.
So what did you say? It was like we seemed lost. That's interesting.
We literally rolled in one day.
In the snow,
and they said, "All right, here's
a radio show.
Here's a radio show on a Saturday in a format you've never done before. Go."
So, okay, I could see that. I mean, like how people might think we were lost, but we learned the town, and we had to get some time, and I get that. But like you said, that woman said you were at the Nicosia, you were out, and listen, like Jeff said, we were at the PGA, we were at the Lilac. We were at wrestling. We do this shit.
No.
We still do it because it's what we love.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I
think it's just it's a place that takes time to grow, and then, we always said this is a business that doesn't give you enough time to grow.
A lot of times, but you know what? I think y'all people are dope. Radio sucks right now. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Jeff and I will be back. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I feel like we work too hard. I feel like Jeff works too hard. I feel like I work too hard. I feel like we care too much.
We care too much.
Like we really do.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the guy. Listen, just my friend. He's one of my best friends. He's probably my best friend because I hang out with him and baby hands. And you know, he walked like 2 miles at the peak. The guy can't, it hurts. All right?
I golf carted back.
You golf carted back. You lied about that, which, by the way, and he also wrestled, at least a little bit.
Well, I didn't wrestle.
A little bit.
No. I bet you if we didn't do the PGA, that I'd probably be in better shape to be able to do something at the wrestling. So I think the walk at the PGA, that long
kind of messed it up.
Yeah.
I got a little taste. I kind of wanted to do a little something too, actually. If I'm being honest, now I'm like I kind of want to build a storyline, but we'd have to like go to the gym and practice.
Yeah.
The last thing is, you're right. We didn't do a full thing about that, and to close it out.
No, Mike, you should have saw the walk at the PGA. It was a painful experience.
I know that the videos sucked, and that we did the best we could. There was 250,000 people there in a quarter-mile space. Jeff, I could tell he gets so like when you know so like he was walking and like it was fine, and then when we got to the merchandise tent, he had the look of it's over.
It's over for me.
I don't have it in me anymore.
Yeah, we were not gonna make it back.
No, we weren't. And so was it you who came up with the idea?
And by the way, Mike, let me tell you, maybe you need some better stairs with some cushions on them there at the wrestling thing. I don't know. Just you got these square hard. Make it easier for somebody.
Yeah.
Get up there in the ring.
You guys don't suck anymore. Listen, Ray, it's not that we ever sucked. It's just that I think people misunderstood what we did, and we had to kind of learn what you guys wanted. So you like a little bit of crazy shit, like us talking about waxing our face with Babe Beth and Beyond, but also talking about blimps and shit. So we kind of had to find our way,
right.
Jeff.
Local news and sports shit and all kinds of stuff. Like, we incorporated everything, and it just took a little bit of time to get it. And I think everything was rolling and hitting its stride before they decide, they don't feel like paying people anymore. So.
And that's tough, but to end this, Jeff gave me the look of, you're going to either carry me. Like, that's the look. He didn't say that, but he gave me that look of just totally defeated.
Well, I figured there's only one way out of this PGA Tour.
And that was through a lie.
And there was a plethora of golf carts, and people were getting carted all around. And
no, the VIPs, the mothers and people, the golfers, and children, the wealthy people with children.
Right. I knew there was only one thing to do, and that was to lie. And I had to lie. And
you lied.
And it worked.
You feigned.
But
you did a whole story. You came up with a background about an operation, you liar.
But the guy was from Philadelphia, so it worked out.
And I think I gave him 20 Fozzies. And that was worth it, because I didn't want to walk either. I mean, I could have done it, but like Jeff could. But Jeff made up this elaborate thing. There was this kid. He was leaning on the thing right by the tent, and Jeff just goes up to him and starts telling him this story about Jeff having surgery. He's like, yeah, and he's literally doing this. Oh yeah, I'm a little tender. Oh, I'm like, dude, he's never gonna buy it. The guy's like, stopping every golf cart.
Hook, line, and sinker.
He bought it,
and he got somebody to ride us. We were good. And then were the guys on the golf carts while everybody else is walking and they're looking at us? Yeah.
Did you just say Dr. Nicosia?
Operated on me?
No. What we did say was, hey, Jeff.
What's going to happen there? Come out with a swastika tattoo?
I went in for a tooth extraction. Yeah. I got a swastika on my head.
I had a new mustache. It was the Hitler. when I get him out.
Well, guys, we had an interesting week, and we just wanted to kind of come on, say hi. New week, a lot of stuff coming up. Obviously, we'll do our show, but, we're going to be partnering with a pretty cool nonprofit soon. It's the Person-Centered Housing Options. Really excited about that. We're going to be doing some cool shit with them. So we're going to be out and about, man. If there's stuff that you want us to go to, hit us up. Mikey Champion, we were at a thing, thank you. He sponsored not only a video, but us going out somewhere. Kim, lots of other people. So, we're doing the best we can to stay live and local as long as we can.
Yeah, look, it's that time of year to be out, so let's get out and do some stuff, all right?
So, Peen's out. Wilted Roses is my summer wardrobe.
Yep.
Bath and Body Works, Jeff's a Liar, got a golf cart back, and thank you, Ray. It's been fun. You have anything else you want to tell the people, Jeff?
No. I think you brought it all together beautifully there at the end. So, help.
All right, yeah, we'll do our best. We'll see you guys. Keep watching the page, making sure we love you.